So many people are just yelling out, pitch to brands, but how do you pitch to brands and actually get a response? This is the only video you're gonna need to watch to know how to pitch to brands as an influencer or as a UGC creator, even if you have 0 followers. I've been a content creator for over 6 years, and I've worked with brands like Steve Madden, Airbnb, CBS, Foster Grant. Also worked as an influencer manager for tech company, for PR companies, fashion brand, and right now at this moment, I'm managing 2 influencers brand partnerships. So it's safe to say that I know a little bit about what it takes to get a response from brands. I've seen tons of pitches and tons of influencers, media kits, and profiles. So let's hop right into what it's going to take for you to get a response. The first thing you want to do is to make a list. And yes, everybody says make a list, but I want you to break this list down into 3 parts. The first part is going to be any brands that you think would be a good fit. The second part of your list is going to be your dream brands. Do not discount the brands that you really want to work with and you think are unattainable. I worked with an influencer and she put this brand on her list that she really wanted to work with. She thought it was going to be like years and years down the line. She ended up working with them within a month of pitching. So don't think that it's so far-fetched for you to work with your dream company, because especially in today's social media landscape, it's easy to get your foot in the door and you never know what can happen. And the third thing, I want you to look around your house at all of the things that you purchase on a daily or monthly basis. Everything from your food to your skincare to your makeup to your clothes to your bedding. Everything that you own in your home is some type of brand. This is a great place to start because you not only have leverage when you're pitching to this brand and letting them know that you're actually a real user and a real customer. You can show them the things that you have done or created with the things that are already in your home. Don't forget to do this because this is going to be an important part of your list. The next thing you're going to need to do is to find the proper contact. Now, there's so many different ways to do this. You can go to LinkedIn. Sometimes people have their contact there. You can go to the company website. Sometimes you can find the email contact on their website. You can use a platform like hunter.io, which I think you have to pay for, but it will make sure you're getting the accurate email of the person. Or you can use Chrome extension called Clearbit, which just shows you the emails any brand that you look up. But here's what I found has been the most effective way to get the proper hand down, and that is to just DM the brand. I don't know why more people don't say this, but go ahead and just DM the brand and ask them who the proper contact is. I've worked as a social media manager and I know that people have sent DMs about partnerships and I can just send them the correct email of who to talk to. Don't be afraid to just slide in the DMs. Brands are working with so many creators and influencers these days. I'm sure they have a specific email for inquiries just like these. DM has been the most effective thing for me, but feel free to try any of the things I listed above in order to find the proper contact. So now you have the brand name, you have the contact, time to send your pitch. What do you need to include in your pitch to craft an effective pitch that gets you a response? The first thing you're going to need is your name and what it is that you do. If you're a videographer who works with beauty brands, or if you're a lifestyle and food blogger who normally works with these type of brands, or if you are a fashion girly who has a focus in sustainability, you need to include that in the first few sentences of your pitch. The next thing you want to include is info about your audience. Now, if you don't have a big audience, you can just ignore this, but if you do, you definitely want to include some statistics, demographics, engagement. Is your audience mainly male or female? Cities do they typically reside in? Just start giving out some stats because this is information that the brand contact is going to want to know. The next thing you want to include is why this is mutually beneficial for both parties. Brands are looking for partners. This is why you have to start thinking that you are partnering with the brand. We're linked linking arms with the brand. We're just not here like, give me some money, give me some product, and I'll give you a video. No, we want to be creating long-term relationships and partnerships, which is going to be so much more helpful in the end. It's going to help you have brands on retainer and just develop deeper relationships with these brands and people at these companies. Talk about why the partnership is mutually beneficial. This leads more into your audience, and like if you're reaching out to a brand who has a heavy focus on sustainability, just talk about why you like that, why this would be a natural fit and something natural for you to talk about, why you think that them collaborating with you could help their brand blow up, why you think your specific content would help them get more engagement. You got to start thinking of this as an actual partnership and not just like you pitching and trying to get stuff. Another thing you can add to your pitch is just any ideas you would have. If it's something very like unique and out of the box, I would definitely include that, because brands are always looking for people with fresh ideas, and it's definitely going to make us just take a second look at your pitch email. It's also a great idea to attach your media kit. This is going to just give the brand a broader overview of, you know, who you are, what you look like. I think your media kit really should just highlight your brand. I don't recommend including your rate card, because you could be missing out on a lot of money by just simply throwing out your rates. So I definitely would, if the brand comes back to you, ask them their budget first, but we can talk about that in a separate video. Just make sure you attach your media kit. And then I just want to talk about some differences to include between being an influencer and being a UGC creator. So like if you're a UGC creator, you may not have the stats about your audience, but what you should have is a portfolio of work, and you should know what it is that makes you stand out from other UGC creators. What is it about your filming style, your editing style, who you are as a person, your voice that's going to make you stand out and help make this brand stand out? So if you are a UGC creator, I would really just emphasize more on content, how great your content is, how your content can change and shape the brand. And if you're an influencer, I would definitely just be talking more about traction for the brand, sales, and how your audience would interact with this brand or product. So after you've sent your pitch email out into the ether and now it's on the brand, a lot of people just stop right there, but here's what I suggest: follow up. A lot of times I didn't get a response on the first email that I sent out. It may have been the second one or the third one. You don't want to be spammy, so I only recommend sending out 2 follow-up emails. I send one on like the 3rd day, just so they can know, like, did you get my email earlier in the week? And then if they don't respond after that, I send them one a week later. People are busy. These people are getting pitches every day. They're also working their job and doing all these things for this company. They may have missed your email. They may just need a little nudge or a reminder. And the other thing that I want girls to keep in mind is that sometimes we just aren't a good fit for the brand. That's why I don't recommend spamming them, because sometimes it's just not a match. They're not going to respond if they don't think it's a match, if they don't really like your work. I don't want you to get discouraged by that, because there are a lot of brands that would love to work with you, and then a lot of times brands that may reject you initially will circle back around once they see that you're popping a little bit and they come across your page or they come across the work that you've done. Don't take it personally. This is all about just building relationships, building partnerships. Just keep trying, keep pitching, keep putting yourself out there, and keep creating great content. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.